Conservative never Trumpers. I know that you can say you're conservative, but how are you conservative when all you did last year was try to bash Trump at every chance, try to make him so disinterested that no one votes for him, and did everything you could to keep people from wanting to vote for Trump, and to sit there and continue to turn people off. So you intentionally try to sabotage his campaign at every turn. You call yourself conservative. You're fully conservative. You never Trumpers are not conservative at all if you're going to just sabotage Trump. All you're doing is trying to sabotage Trump. Why are you trying to sabotage Trump for? And you know what? If Trump would have lost, Hillary would have been in there. Hillary's not conservative about anything. Hillary would have made the thing a whole lot worse. If you're too conservative, why are you sitting there attacking Trump on every little thing? We wouldn't have had Judge Neal from Colorado if you had your way. Trump is what we have right now. I am a nationalist populist of conservative principles, but I know that my stuff works. I know what I believe in is what I believe in, but I know that you people are not truly conservative, else you wouldn't have done anything to blow whatever chance you get to get conservative stuff. You happy about Judge Neal? Then how come you try to stop him? No, I am against government insurance. I'm against private insurance too because it's profit driven and it's based upon how much money they make. And unless you're willing to spread the wealth and to have a plan that fits all to keep the costs low, we're going to pay higher prices on insurance policies that aren't selling too well. Plus, we're also paying for the uninsured. So I only support my personal insurance savings accounts because insurance is too expensive. I don't know what plan Marco Vin got, but I don't know how he says it's cheap because it's not cheap because it drives up costs when you have to pay for uninsured and people that don't want to get insurance. It has to be a mandate that people get insurance. It has to be, a certain plan so it can be in bulk and bring the price down. I'm not for school choice because it's public schools and the government runs it. You can't have both ways unless you want to make it completely private and every school private, then fine, but otherwise it's not going to work unless it's going to be zoning because kids go to a certain zone and then we can keep an eye on the kids and the kids can keep an eye on the teachers and if they're bad, they can get their parents together and fix it like in Dangerous Minds of Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm for fixing the schools. I'm not for just letting them suffer. It doesn't do anything to fix the schools. You don't want to fix the problem. I am for fixing the problems that gives people more choice, more power, because then more schools will be good. And then when you have more schools that are good, you can have more choice on what schools you go to, and you're not limited on the quality of schools you can go to in case you have to. But I'm for private schools if you got the money, and for homeschooling. And that's what I'm for on that. I am for tariffs because the fact that the problem is we kept raising the minimum wage. The left kept raising the minimum wage to now it's about $10 now. It's still $1.50 to $2.50 in most countries. It's cheaper to make it there. It's cheaper to pay the workers there. And it's cheaper to sell it there. And then you come back here and you sell at a higher price because of inflation. And you take advantage of that. And that's unfair. My solution to that is tariffs. Only on our businesses, not foreign businesses. We want them to come here. So we're not going to tax them for coming into our country. We're going to tax our own businesses and if they leave the country and send the products outward. Because they're sitting there supporting their other countries because it's unfair because they refuse to raise their wage and they want to take advantage of that to devalue our currency, devalue our country, and take away our jobs. You need to be supporting Americans, employing Americans, and making here. I'm for deregulation and detaxation and air quality standards to go bye-bye. I'm ready to make a good environment for them. But if they're going to keep having the mandate, they're going to keep leaving. We need to stop that. You don't go around to the one making here. Yes, they'll still make it cheaper there, and they'll make more profit there because they're at a different pay level. But you got to know that that's not our fault, and that's not fair. And if you want to hurt Americans just to make a buck, then you can show how greedy, profitable you guys are, and so be it. Plus, the phony conservative rhinos that are in the party, they need to leave and become Democrats. They're not conservative right. They just want to, stop everything that conservatives wants to do. It's not rhino enough. They don't want it. They're rhino and socialists because they're beholden to their donors. They're beholden to their shareholders, to the people giving them money. And the lobbyists, and it's unfair. They're mad at the healthcare bill because it doesn't take it's taking too much off, and the constitutionalist Republicans, conservatives are saying it doesn't take enough away. It still has enough of the stuff from Obama. The thing is, it needs to have mandates that you have insurance, and also the same plan that a woman might need for a woman, and everything a man might need for a man, so it keeps the cost low. Now, when you do it, the cost will be high. I don't know where you're getting it from. Again, Within. But it's not keeping it low. And the thing of it is that I am too conservative on a lot of things, but I'm for stuff that works. I'm a common sense person. I'm not a globalist. I sit there and support things that I know are smart things to support. I am for getting off the cops' backs. And you so-called conservatives, you were going to let Hillary win so the cops can have them on their back some more, thinking they're overthinking things, and that they shot a guy that was unarmed, and it's like they just, no, they did not. You have a thought that someone's going to shoot you, you shoot them, because by the time you realize what they have a gun or not, you could be dead. They're trying to, regulate everything. They're trying to control the cops. They're trying to get rid of your guns. Trying to silence everyone. I mean, everything that's conservative. I mean, they're silencing now at Warner Brothers, the freaking Infowars website. Facebook is silencing things they don't like. This is a censorship. This left is on outright war trying to take us down. Ashley Judd sit there and call someone a Nazi and a KKK because he says a Kentucky game on Monday that he's freaking, I voted for Trump. I mean, these people are not so. You can't reason with them, Glenn. These people, you cannot reason with them. Samantha Bee is not going to help this country. Don Lemon's not going to help this country. Anderson Cooper, Chuck Todd, they're not here to reason with us. They're here to destroy us. And that stupid little bitch, I cannot stand her. Not because she's a lesbian, but because she's a freaking person that's sitting there putting this stuff out. We don't know where that came from. But guess what? It's fake news. We don't know if that's his taxes. How do you know she got the taxes? Rachel Lyon Murdell, you people want to trash Trump. You know what? I'm not for gay marriage. I don't think the government should be in the business of marriage either, but I don't think we should be in the business of supporting gay marriage. And you know what? I'm not for gay marriage whatsoever, and the government should not be legalizing gay marriage. They want to get married as long as it's not organized by a state, that's fine. I don't care. Do it in the privacy. Don't involve me for it. Don't make people have to make cakes or find their businesses that for an outright assault. And you know what Trumpers are trying to just weigh down Trump because, he's not conservative. You know what? You don't know what he has. This bill has not been finalized yet. And you're sitting there getting all crazy over Obamacare. You don't know anything about this yet. It hasn't been finalized. And you don't even the collective minds like the leftists do. All you want to do is sit there and silent attack. You know what? You got the hardcore rhino Republicans, and you got the never Trump hardcore conservative Republicans that think Trump's not conservative enough. You can't be, no matter how conservative Trump is, he can't be conservative. We can't win with the rhinos that shouldn't be in the party anyways. We can't win with the never Trumpers, because everyone's got to be this hardcore lockstep robot positions. You got to be an echo and a follower instead of your own voice. And to me, it's just like, I'm not an echo. I'm my own voice. I'm not a sheeple. And you know what? It's just a shame. I can't stand the never Trumpers. I can't stand the rhinos. They're all phony conservatives. This is not conservative. How in the hell is it conservative to sit there and tell people's premiums they gotta go up because I don't want to pay for that particular health care thing? Or it's gotta go up because I don't want to sit there and mandate everyone to have health care. So we're gonna pay for the uninsured, which makes it go up. How is that conservative? How is that putting people power in people? How is it putting people in power when they can't get a job because it's all gone overseas? How is that conservative and putting power back in the people, Mark Levin? That's why we need the tariffs. How is it putting power back in the people if the schools are seeing they're rotten and terrible? How is kids supposed to get a decent education? Kids are gonna go there. So why do you want choice so that you can sit there and have this false notion that they can go to another school even if it's not done by lottery? They can't go to another school because it's terrible too. How the schools are terrible. And at some point, the kids are going to go to them because there's no room left at the 50% that are good. So they're going to go to the 50% that are bad. So there's nothing you can do about that. That is what it is, Levin. So we need to have zoning so you can force the teachers, force the schools to better their quality. Kids have to go there. How are you putting power into them when you're going to be like, hey, you know what, they want this going to be bad? Fine. No. I'm conservative because I'm for government to get out of our lives and stop controlling our lives. I'm for putting the power back into the American people so I have control over their schools, and the schools are better, and we can control the schools so the government is out of our lives, and we're sitting there back in charge. The PTSA meetings with the teachers, we're here to force the schools to fire people. We're here to control the schools, not the government controlling us in the schools. I'm here to try to put the power back, but you want choice. So, hey, let's just let them, if you're against government, then why are you okay with the government running the schools into the ground? That's not conservative, that's government run amok. You know what? I'm for conservative because government needs to get out of our lives and let us do what we want to do. But they won't let us because they want to indoctrinate us. And you don't want to stop that, these liberal teachers and liberal professors. I am a true conservative, and not like what Trumpers that sit there and claim to be, but you sit there and have these positions that don't even align with conservatism. How is it conservative when you let the schools stay bad and say it's okay, let them ruin our kids' lives and indoctrinate us, and have no power, no control? You're saying, what's going about the power of school choice? It's not going to work because there's only so many schools you can choose, and you already had that. It's a false narrative. Private schools have always been there, and you always can choose to opt out and go to one of them, or even be homeschooled. So it's stupid. And I'm for personal insurance savings accounts again, like I said. And you know what? This is what I'm for. And this is what I'm for. I'm trying to get the people back to power. I'm not globalist. I'm not here to try to help the global economy and help their economy become better in these other countries. I'm here to make our country and our economy better. And you can't do that without tariffs because their companies will keep being lured over by magnets. And you know what? I got news for you. The air conditioning company did not want to go to Mexico. But they were just, their magnet was just too powerful. And so unless they got the tax cuts that can absorb it, they had to go over there. It wasn't like they wanted to, so they got the air conditioning company to come back here. Good for you, Trump, before you even president. This is what I'm for. This is what I am. We're trying to sit there and make it so people have a level playing field so they can control more of their life. They can't control lives when it's been confiscated and hijacked. Not just by the Rhino Republicans, but by the number of Trumpers that claim to do this hiding under the word, hey, I'm conservative. No, you're not conservative. That is not conservative at all. If you're going to sit there and say that we need to have the government out of our lives, you need to let the free market, right? So some businesses fraud you, or fraudulent you, or do stuff that, causes it unfair, or stuff, we shouldn't step in and say, no, that's not okay. No, I think that when things are being run terribly, we need to have, rules and regulations so they can't take advantage of the American people. So government sometimes does need to step in and say, no, it's not good for the collective and the people of the United States. So when the government needs to step in, it's for a good reason. And that's why if nationalist politics is bad, then I don't want to be right, because I am a nationalist populist. I am for the American people. I am putting America first. I'm not protectionary tariffs. I'm for not losing, and our country is going down. That's it.